Conferences here at Worldwide Technology Raceway. We are now joined by our race-winning team owner, Richard Childress, team owner of Richard Childress Racing. If you have a question for Richard, please raise your hand. We will get a wireless microphone to you. Who would like to start with Lee?
Congratulations, RC.
Thank you. It's great to be back in Winner's Circle and come here and see all these great media folks that help our sport be what it is today.
You said over the radio after Kyle took the checkered flag, there's no one I would rather have in that position than you. What has he meant to the organization?
Well, he's helped us all around. Number one, he's winning races, showing we can win races. He's helped Austin a whole lot. Austin's had some really good runs. He drove up to about 10th till the 2 car wrecked him there on purpose, sort of a payback. But, Kyle has been really, he's such a, pleasure to work with. Everybody said, man, how y'all going to get along? Same question they asked me about, you and Dale won't last 6 months. We lasted 20 years. I want to keep Kyle there, and hopefully we can end his career when he gets ready to.
And was there any concern with your organization with brake rotors when, it started to kind of creep in there with a few of the cars? I think we had 4 broken rotors today.
Excuse me, was that, you talking about breaking rotors?
Yeah, the brake rotors were breaking, and there were 4 broken rotors today, and, was there any concern among the RCR cars?
I was really concerned on the 3 because he's really hard on the brakes. Kyle didn't seem to use it that much, and Austin quit using his a whole lot there at the end. And it was these long straightaways, they have so much time to cool off, and you get them so hot in the corner. Here comes Randall Burnett, the winning crew chief from local boy from right here in Missouri, St. Louis. But I hope that answered your question.
Thank you for that introduction. I do not need to introduce you. We are now also joined by Randall Burnett, our race-winning crew chief. We will go back to questions. We'll go to Daniel McFadden. It's in the middle. Can we get a microphone to Daniel McFadden?
Daniel McFadden, Democrat Gazette. Mr. Childress, 3 wins in the first 15 races of the season. From your perspective, when was the last time it felt like RCR was this dangerous to beat Winner on such a regular basis?
We won a lot with Harvick, won a lot with Earnhardt. Where our plans is to win a lot with Kyle and, not only be a contender for that championship. If we make the Final 4, we'll have a shot at winning it for sure.
We'll go next to Bob Pockris.
Fox Sports 1 for each. Richard, was that it's been a short time, but is that the best race that you've seen Kyle drive for you?
Anytime he gets in the car, I think he drives a really great race. Anytime we can give him a car capable of winning, he's going to win with it. And I think he just did a great job today. Those last 3 or 4 or however many it was restarts, I felt they were pretty tough, but I knew he would be able to do his job.
And for Randall, kind of following up on what Lee asked Richard on the brake rotors, did you have any concerns? And is it just something that, red flags and not a lot of data on this track makes that?
Well, I think people probably came back. I think teams last year came here a little more conservative last year, not knowing, and I think we all took data from that and went home and looked, and we get options on heavy duty rotors or light duty rotors, so we can kind of choose that, and we obviously choose how much cooling we run to them, and like Richard said, it's kind of a tough place because the straightaways are so long and you're off the brakes for such a long time, and then you apply them really hard at the end of the straightaway, so the cycles of getting really cool down the straightaways and then it's really spiking up the heat, it takes a toll on the rotors. So we were fortunate enough with the 8 car, we were kind of in the top 5 most all day long, and when you get back further a little bit in the pack too and have to work your rotors harder, using brakes, racing people a lot harder, you know, those things happen. So I'm sure everybody will take a look at that and try to understand what happened with those cars.
We're gonna go next to the middle to Justin Schuler.
Justin Schuler, kicking the tires. Congratulations to both of you. Richard, 12 years ago, this was the day when you and Kyle got into the physical altercation. Just kind of talk a little bit about how you've seen him grow and mature, kind of evolve in the sport, and now racing for you and putting you as probably one of the top teams to be the threat for the championship this year.
Yeah, we put that totally behind us. We talked about it. That was one of the first things we talked about, and that's history. We've both grown a lot. I know I've grown up. I've grown older, but I've grown up too. There's an old song out there. I'm still growing up, but I'm getting older.
Any additional questions? Okay, we'll go over here.
This one's for Randall. Winning your home track here in St. Louis, you know, you're being in St. Louis, and do you have any initial memories of being here at Gateway? Like, were you here in 1997 and winning the tremendous improvements that Gateway has made in the last many years? They have its cup race here.
Yeah, you know, I was here. I was still in St. Louis, living here when this place. It used to be a road course here. It was part of the drag strip was the road course, and I actually raced karts on that track. You know, a handful of times, and then they built this place, and I'd come and watch Indy cars when they would come. Any events they would come here. So we always came over for that when I was a kid, and was fortunate enough to run some shifter karts here on this track through the road course on infield and part of the big track. So it means a lot to me to come home. You know, I moved away from here when I was about 20 years old, and moved to Charlotte to do what I'm doing, right? To go race, and I did some driving down there, and grew up racing go-karts here, you know, with my mom and my dad, and off Telegraph Road at Woodman Raceway Park that, you know, the St. Louis Karting Association, my father, and some of them built down there for us to have a place to even go race. So to come home and win here, it means a lot. It's a pretty big deal for me.
Any additional questions? Okay, we'll go back to Lee.
Tyler, sorry, I'll be all right. I got something else on my mind. Randall, can you look at just the first, 14, 15 races and have an idea or a sense what the potential is for this team?
Well, I think we've got a lot of potential. I think we've got a lot to clean up too, and we talk about it repeatedly. We've had some really fast cars and taken ourselves out of races, you know, with some mistakes and things like that. Me and Kyle and our whole group has talked about it, and we know we all got to clean it up on our own, especially if we're going to compete for the championship. You know, we are fast with this intermediate package. We've struggled really bad on the short tracks. Haven't got the feel for him of what he needs in a car on a short track yet. So that's one of our biggest hindrances right now, I would say, as a team to be where we really want to be. But really proud of this 8 bunch. They dig in hard. Great group of guys, great group of racers, and Kyle's fit right in with them. He's done a great job of adapting over here and blown plenty of insight on his side to how to make things better as well. So we're all working together towards that.
Questions? All right, gentlemen, thanks so much and congratulations.
I'll say one other thing. Chevy has really supported us a lot. And I don't think we could do what we do today without all the support. All the manufacturers support the teams, but I feel that Chevrolet gets behind us stronger than anybody else. All of the 3 key partners. Thank you all.
RC, when you put the hat on, can I get a picture of you and the bottle? I'll get a picture of this.
I didn't know he was local.
Hmm?
That's good.
Yep. And you know, St. Louis, and I didn't ask him. I thought about it.